Yeah, here we go, baby. Here we go. We made it to Mr. Marfell's house. The sun is shining, sky is blue. It's 23 degrees, so it's cold. What's up, Mikey? Got ice everywhere. Awesome. Slick, isn't it?
I had a big iceberg come down off the top of my Suburban because it was, you know, parked at an angle.
Yeah.
It didn't this time, but I've had that happen before. It broke both my wiper blades, the arms off.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a little bit of snow up here?
Yesterday, just enough to make traffic bad.
Yeah, right. I saw a little bit of powder on the way up. Nothing crazy though.
I can't believe how well they caught fish at Table Rock.
Yeah, yeah.
And
a lot of 20-pound sacks.
More boats than Lake of the Ozarks is mind-boggling.
Because the bite was on, I guess.
Yeah, it's off at Lake of the Ozarks. It has been on, you know, for a year. I don't know if that's, you know what that is. Me and Greg discussed it. I don't know if it's, you know, pressure, timing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it cycles, right?
Yeah, everything cycles.
I'm taking a seat. I know you don't need it, but I better take one in case I draw a co, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's a good idea.
I mean, I'm taking the butt seat. I'm not taking a little dance chair. Why don't put the trolling motor on and start swimming that jig, you know? And I really think at Lake of the Ozarks, if you put your head down, once the water's warm enough, spawns over, whatever, and hit enough high percentage places, you'll get 5 bites. You know, now the trick is getting all 5 up in the boat because cables, lifts, whatnot. And, but if you don't do what you're confident in, like you said, then you need to go out and learn confidence in that.
All right, well, we made it to Springfield. We're about 3.5 hours into our drive, and we stopped at the Lou's Sportsman's factory outlet down here. Check it out. Gonna go in and spend some money on stuff you probably don't need. Just left the Lou's. What's it called? Sportsman's Outfitters?
Sportsman's Warehouse, I believe.
Yeah, Sportsman's Warehouse. I'm like $220 in the hole. Mike's like $150, right?
Yep, $150. I went in for some chunks.
Yeah, me too. I went in for a couple packs of chunks and maybe some Ned baits. And yeah, I found that. They had the Hawgz Custom Stick rods for 50% off. That's a steal. So I picked up one of those. I couldn't pass it up. I was looking for a cranking rod anyway, and I had actually texted Terry Bolton a couple weeks ago, and he recommended a certain rod, and Jim that was in there recommended the same rod for throwing. The rock crawlers, the wiggle wards, throw 1.5, anything up to like a 5XD. He said that's a pretty good rod. So it's a 7'2" cranking rod. So I came home with one of those. So we're rolling, man. We're back on the road. We're about, I don't know,
50 minutes from the resort.
Yeah, so hour from the resort. Maybe we got to stop and get some groceries. We should be in the water in 2 hours, hopefully. Fingers crossed, toes crossed.
Yep.
I'm itching, man. I'm ready to get a lure wet.
I'm ready to go throw that new Mega Bass I just bought. I normally don't buy a Mega Bass because I'm cheap. But I bought 2 today because they're a color that you can't get anywhere but Japan, and the warehouse actually had them. So, but Trey, if you're watching this, you still need to paint me a couple of that color. So, shout out to Trey at TH Customs. He did a rush order for me. I showed him the color, and he didn't even text me back, so I figured he wasn't doing it. Next thing I know, Greg was going to pick him up. He had them for me done. So, thanks to Trey.
Yeah, Trey does good work, man.
So shout out to Trey. If you got a reel that's making a noise, he's your man. He'll fix it up. So
Trey Harper, right?
Yeah, Trey Harper, TH Customs.
TH Customs, man. Look him up if you need some of that stuff done. So I'm gonna put this camera down, and when I pick it back up, we'll probably be at the resort. We made it to the resort. It is 2 o'clock. We've been taking our sweet time getting here. We stopped at the Lou's place. We stopped at the Harder House. groceries. By the way, if you need some tackle, they got a nice tackle selection there in a grocery store. Great beer selection, great meat, deli, all that. But yeah, they carried like missile stuff. They had all kinds of stuff in there in the grocery store. I got sidetracked. I went to get some beer and I spent about 5 minutes looking at tackle. So here's the resort. That's what we're looking at here. It's got several little cabins. What's the name of this? Mill Creek Resort?
Mill Creek Resort.
Yeah, Mill Creek Resort. This is where Mike stays at all the time. I've stayed here a few times with him. It's a really nice place. It's quiet. They've got their own private boat ramp. They've got slips down there you can rent with the room. Just got a little bit of everything in here. I like this place. The roads are kind of tight, but we're gonna get through here. So we're getting ready to go throw our stuff in the cabin and get in the water. I'm anxious. There's our cabin, lucky number 11. All right, we finally made it. Launched the boat, and I'm walking down to meet Mike. Kind of running behind. We only got probably 2 hours to fish, so tomorrow's gonna be our day when we're gonna hopefully figure something out. Maybe we'll figure something out. Here's the resort boat ramp. Pretty steep. There's Mike out there. Of course, everything's really steep around Table Rock. If you've never been here, it's just a lot of steep hills, a lot of rock. Table Rock makes sense, right? Get down here and jump in his boat, see if we can go catch a fish or two before it gets dark. It's kind of overcast day. The sun's peeking out a little bit. It's beautiful out here, guys. Really, really beautiful. This is the clearest water I've seen in forever. I mean, I'm sitting here looking. Probably can't see this because of the glare, but it's literally like, geez, I don't know. It looks like it's at least 10-foot visibility right here where we're at. I'm sure it's stained in other parts of the lake, but as far as this area, we're in the Mill Creek area. It's super, super clear. Man, the water's a lot clearer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's like really, really clear.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's way different lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, definitely. Or cedar. All right, guys, we made it out to the lake. We're just kind of bouncing around looking for some shad. We scanned and didn't really find anything, so we just only got a little bit of time. We wanted to go ahead and fish a little bit. So here we go. Alright guys, we are out of time. We idled back to the resort cove and just fishing back towards the dock, and got a few hours in, and Mike had one hooked up and that was it. So it's kind of slow out here, but we got a late start. Tomorrow's a new day and we'll get up early and we'll try it again. Alright man, Mike is grilling up some steak. We stopped by the Harder House grocery store, Cumberland City, and they had 2 big old steaks on special for $5 a piece. So we snagged some. We got some filet for Saturday night. Mike's all about grilling. He's got the grill fired up. He's got the meat on there, and he just told me I need to come outside and take a look at it. So we're gonna walk that way and see what he's got going on. Let's go check it out. I'm like a barbershop. If you guys haven't seen Barbershop, it's a great flick. I've watched it about 15 times. I own the DVD, but it's been like 3 or 4 years since I watched it. It's as good as I remember. Mikey, what you got going out here?
Grilly.
Really good, man. It smells delicious.
We're about 20 seconds in.
20 seconds in. Let me check them out, man.
All right.
Ooh, yeah. That's is that bacon around the outside?
Bacon wrap fillets from the Harder House.
Sweet.
On sale, 2 for $10.
2 for $10. Can't beat that, man.
Hand dip it.
That included bacon too, huh? 2 for $10.
In the toothpick.
And the toothpick, with the one toothpick for free. Nice. That looks good. It feels good too, man.
We're gonna go try to go about what, 7 minutes aside, I think. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I like a little blood in mine. I don't know about you, but
I'm good as long as you kill everything in there.
yeah, everything's killed. We'll put the lid on and get her cooking.
Good morning, folks. Day 2. Really, day 1. We didn't get to practice much yesterday. So we're gonna call this day 1.1. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting ready to get out in the lake, out in the water. Let the sun get up a little bit. It's pretty chilly out here still. Low 30s, the wind's blowing. It's supposed to get mid 50s today though. Got clear skies. Gonna fish the wind a little bit today. Try to get on a jerkbait bite. Hopefully that's kind of the plan. We're gonna bounce around, fish some secondary points, channel swing stuff, and hopefully pick up some bites and get a little bit of a pattern. So we got about 8 hours to figure it out. Tournament starts tomorrow. Mike is waiting on me down there. I'm in charge of grabbing the snacks and all the water and all that. I'm getting ready to jump in his vehicle, head down the hill, and I'll see you out on the lake.
What you think, camera? Probably it's a 12. It's over 12. I don't know what I think everything's gonna be 15.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
15. So
Probably close.
Mike caught him a nice spot on the jig. I'm throwing this A-rig, trying to cover a little water.
One hard come.
All right, guys. Here's a midday report. We're struggling. We caught one fish earlier, and we haven't had a bite in like 3 hours, something like that. We're back in a creek, and we keep kind of trying a few different spots back in here. We found bait, and we've got good cover. Got some brush piles, and of course there's rock everywhere. But we just can't quite get bit. I don't know if it's got something to do with this cold front to push through, but you think they'd start biting now because had a little bit of sun yesterday, and we've had pretty much full sun today. So the water's, it's not warming up fast, but it's certainly not cooling down. So we're gonna poke around for another couple hours, and hopefully we can figure something out. Mike, you got any final words of wisdom?
Struggles.
Pulled into our last little area. We're gonna try. We got about an hour left to fish, then we'll have to go back to the cabin and get ready for the meeting. It's been a struggle, guys. To be honest with you, it's been a struggle. We found shad, we found thousands of gulls, and there's a ton of like little 1-inch threadfin that's dying off. There's definitely a shad kill going on, but we can't get bit. We've been watching other people. We saw one guy catch a small fish, but it's just been tough. We're not getting bites. So we pulled into a different area. We're way back in this little creek. It's deep, but it's tight. And we're marking some bait. There's no gulls back here. We've seen a few arches, some fish, some little groups of fish. So like I said, we got about an hour left. We're gonna work our way back out of here, see if we can come up with something. It's beautiful out here though. I mean, this is a beautiful lake. If you've never been to Table Rock, it's worth the drive. Just good old Ozark Mountains. Just beautiful. Pine trees everywhere, hardwoods. Board. we're staying in the town of Lampe, which is where Worldwide James Watson is from. We haven't bumped into him yet, but it's possible.
He's at Okeechobee, probably.
That's right, he's at Okeechobee. That's why we haven't seen him.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
But you never know. His ghost may be wandering around.
My wife has suspicion, so I'm getting shit out of the drain.
I'm able. Yeah. If every 3 days, if she don't get it out of there, I take one up and I wad it. I should be doing her makeup. I'll sling it over the door and hit her with it.
She has long hair too, doesn't
It's a lot longer. Yeah, it's down.
I'm gonna do a little bit of both. What's up, folks? It's tournament morning. I'm out here. I drew Pete Wieners and we're floating around here waiting for takeoff. He's a local legend out here on the Table Rock Lake area. Yeah, he actually has a weekly fishing report, so check that out on YouTube if you get a chance. He kind of gives lake conditions and what's going on out here in the lake. It's a good informative report, and this is actually the boat that he does his reports out of, and I got to see the hatch opened up with all the stickers. He'll show you real quick. It's kind of cool. If you watch any of his videos, you'll recognize that hatch. So we got the announcer out there. He's all fired up. We're getting ready to go, so I will see you on the water.
You have a lot of clothes on. If you fall in, you will sink like a rock and die. That's simple. You have boots on, a lot of pants, hoodies. Wear your life jackets all day, anglers. It's not worth it. The boats are slow.
Says 445, we're rolling. All right, Pete's calling. I'm still at 0. It's catching them out deep. Take a little look at his bag down there. I don't know. That's how you fizz a fish right there. See that air coming out? Yeah, he should be set. Thank you, Lord. He left that needle in his mouth. Oh, God. Yeah. He's no heroin addict. All right, I gotta get one. All right, guys, I caught my first keeper, and it is a line burner. I'm gonna put him in the live well. Fat spot. Caught it on a little underspin. I just missed a fish. Threw back, made a couple more casts, and caught this one. So hopefully, that's what we need to get going.
Happy to be here. Good looking fish. What'd you catch your fish on today? Caught him on a jig.
That's all the footage I got from the actual tournament. I talked to Pete before the tournament at the pre-tournament meeting, and told him, I said, hey, I got a YouTube channel. Do you mind if I do some video in the boat? And he kind of wasn't into that. I said, I realized that, you know, you're a guide up here and you fish a lot of tournaments. That's how you make your money. And he just kind of said, well, I got a lot of spots that I don't really want to be seen on and this and that. So I had to respect that, you know. And even if he would have been okay with it, we really didn't have time, because I kind of nicknamed him the Brian Thrift of Table Rock. I mean, that guy fishes fast. We'd pull up to a spot. We may fish it, honestly, like 5 minutes, and then we were gone. We probably jumped around. I don't know. I kind of estimated we fished, it seemed like 50 spots. I may be a little bit high on that, but 40 for sure, 40, 50 spots. Some of them we went back to and fished a couple times, but we didn't sit down very long. I mean, most of the time it was like less than 10 minutes. There was 1 or 2 times where we might have fished an area for maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 one time in the morning right off the bat. We fished some deep retrieves for a while, but long story short, I didn't really have time to set up my equipment, even if he would have been okay with that. which I understand. That's how, you know, as a non-boater, you got to respect the boater's rights. He's worked hard. He's got some secret spots, some secret trees and stuff, and he just, you know, I get it, man. It's all good. So that's all the footage I got. You know, that is all the footage I got. Me and Mike stayed for one more day, and I'll go ahead and roll into this footage. We'll talk a little bit about what happened. All right, guys, the tournament is a wrap. It was tough on us. I managed to catch one small keeper just to keep in the points race. Finished 93rd out of 207 boats, and I learned a lot though. The guy I fished with, Pete Winters, is a local guide here, and he was doing something that I had never done. We were fishing out deep, and he was fishing individual treetops with an A-rig. He had the Garmin Live Scope, so he would line up those treetops and watch his A-rig fall through the water column, and when he got to the same level as the trees, he would start his retrieve, and that's how he was catching his fish. I was just kind of trying not to get hung up because I couldn't see what was out there, and we were fishing around a lot of wood, so I lost a lot of stuff, but I did manage to catch one fish on an underspin, and I was super happy to have that. It didn't come to about 12 o'clock. I only had 3 bites. I hooked up on one, he got off, and the other one I never put a hook in. But that's kind of how it went. Me and Mike are out here. It's Sunday morning, and we're gonna go out for a few more hours. And
Only throw the Alabama rig.
that's right, it was an Alabama rig tournament. I think most of the people that did good threw an Alabama rig. There was a few guys that threw jerkbait. Mike kind of stayed with the jig because that's his confidence bait, and the jig bite's it's not really going yet. I think we're still a few weeks off. That water needs to get like in the low 50s, and those crawfish need to start stirring, and then the jig bite will turn on. So we're going out, and we're gonna throw an Alabama rig. I got 4 rods with me. I got a underspin, a jerkbait, crankbait, and an Alabama rig, and we're just going to we're gonna throw that around. He hasn't thrown an Alabama rig a lot because most of the team tournaments that he fishes and the web solo and all that, they don't allow Alabama rigs. So
It's been 8 years since I dug him out of the box.
yeah.
After my partner's 3rd keeper yesterday, I finally said, dude, I got to rig one of these up. I dug it out as a tangled mess, and I pulled a new one out, and he gave me some swim baits and stuff and hooked it all up for me. After watching him catch 3 solid keepers, he ended up in 15, Austin Ware. So
Shout out to Austin.
yeah,
Good job, buddy.
About noon, maybe 1 o'clock, I just switched over and started heaving it. So told Gabe, let's go out today, and I'm going to go back to those same type of banks and throw it and see what happens. So apparently I'm going to have to quit being so damn stubborn and pick that up. And that's why I want to go out and practice it. Maybe next weekend or something if I get a chance. I'm just going to go out and throw nothing but. So and go find a decent box for Alabama rigs. That was a tangled mess. Got news for you. If you leave a bunch of Alabama rig tackle in a box and don't touch it for 8 years, and it bounces around in your boat or on the it's a mess. So I got some cool colors because of the swim baits bled together.
Yeah, custom colors.
Custom colors. So
Yeah, if you're not throwing an Alabama rig this time of the year, you're probably not going to do really well in the tournament. It's just the way it is. You know, a lot of people have mixed opinions on the Alabama rig. I don't throw it a lot. When I do, it's this time of the year, because for that reason, you're able to catch those fish that are down below that 10-foot zone. You know, they're out of the reach of the jerkbait. Just something about 5 swim baits coming through the water gets those fish excited, makes them commit to that. So we're gonna go out there and see what we can do, and we'll do some footage on the way back and just talk about tournament recap and that, and what happened, you know, what we learned, where we went wrong, what we did right, that kind of stuff. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching this little BFL travel vlog. We got 4 more coming in the future. You know, Lake of the Ozarks is more Mike's home lake.
yay, yay.
And that jig will probably be working by then, so it's going to be a completely different day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and until next time. Spot. Look how fat these fish are, folks. Nice. Jeez. Just throwing this A-rig, we kind of licking our wounds and getting back out here and trying to figure something out. So that's a good sign. Got a lot of wind out here today. It's super windy. overcast. We got some storms moving in later on today, and decided to come back out here for a few hours and try to catch a few fish. So there we go. Nice Kentucky spotted bass.
Finally got an Alabama rig fish.
There you go.
After 2 days.
There you go.
Let's get a couple more.
Never give up. Mike's hooked up.
Big brownie.
Nice. Smallmouth. Oh yeah. Big brownie. Just pull him up. There you go. There we go. Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Where were you yesterday?
If I was talking, that would be what I'm talking about. Nice.
All right,
You like the A-rig? Yeah. You're an A-rig fan now?
Coming around.
There he is.
Got him?
Yeah, he's out there deep. Having a close look. Dude, look at that one. Nice. Molly, huh?
About the same spot I caught the last.
Yeah, boys and girls. Nice fat smallmouth. Yeah. Fish was out about 20 feet of water. That's nice. I was wanting to catch one of these before we left. Good belly on that thing. Beautiful fish. Hey, I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share it on social media, Facebook. It was a good learning experience. You know, I decided to fish the Ozark division and the BFLs, A, because Mike wanted to do the boater division, or wanted to fish it on the boater side, and B, I wanted to learn these lakes. I'm not real familiar with this deep water. We got the next tournament at Lake of the Ozarks. By the way, I'm going to be doing videos for the remainder of these BFL tournaments. I had the first one in Table Rock, which you just saw. The second one's going to be at Lake of the Ozarks, and we'll go back to Table Rock, and then the final two will be at Lake of the Ozarks. And I plan on doing footage on all those tournaments, good or bad. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to show you what happens and get out on the water and just kind of capture the moment and take you guys along for the adventure. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time.